right, let's get rolling on this. If you're watching this, you are of course seeing it on YouTube because I haven't actually started the stream just yet, which only happens on the Discord. So jump up the Discord if you want to attend these live, which I don't know, somebody might eventually one of these days, maybe. But I haven't gone in and fired that up yet, so let me get everything ready for that, and then I'll go and fire up that stream and let people watch live, if anybody wants to watch live, which frequently nobody ever does. But I've got the voice connection up, and now that the voice connection is up, I just need to share my screen and pull that up, and we'll go live. There we go. All right, so we are now live on the Discord, and there that is. I've been playing Skyrim all day today, so not thinking too much about art, but one of the things that has been going around a lot is what's called the Curtain Call Challenge, and the Curtain Call Challenge is a particular sort of challenge where you're supposed to do a particular series of things. Let me duplicate my my vector composition here, and vector example. We're just going to call this example. Okay, so here's basically the way that it works. You've got 4 separate poses for a character, and the first pose is, and this is supposed to be a female character, and the first pose is what's called the pocket. Let's use a slightly smaller pen so I can actually. Yeah, my handwriting is awful. And you have the pocket, the tent, the curtain, and the curtain call. And essentially, the pocket is where you're pulling the girl's top tight underneath of the breasts. Okay? And so the breasts are held in their own little pocket right there. And the tent is where you're pulling the clothes tight at the waist, so the breasts come out, and then you have the kind of tent effect, because the breasts are back here, but you've got material coming down in front of them. Then you have the curtain, which is where the breasts are still there, but the clothes aren't pulled tight at all, so you just have the front just hanging down. And then finally you have the curtain call, where you open the top, and most people put some kind of modesty shield on the breasts at this point. Now, I thought it would be really fun to do this with Gura, because Gura, as anybody who watches her knows, is hydrodynamic and hasn't got any boobs. So I thought it would be funny to do this, and kind of the image that I had in my head, I messed around and did a couple of early concepts. And typically what happens is they have the initial pose is to grab the sides of the shirt and pull it back like this, kind of this sort of motion, pulling the back of the shirt back. So to start with there, and then you've got the folds that are going on in the you got the folds that are happening in the clothing in the front there. So I figured that we'd have a Gura being all happy and doing that particular pose, and then the next one she would be putting her arms underneath of her chest and pulling in to try and emphasize her chest, and sort of thrusting her chest out, but it's just like this smooth bowing motion. And now she's got kind of a frowning look on her face. And then in the third one, she would be pulling down on the front of her outfit to try and make it stick something out, and it doesn't. So she'd just be kind of straining against that. And then finally she'd be just like lifting up and looking, and there's nothing there. So that was kind of the initial thought there. And the third one, I kind of thought she would be like scrunching her eyes shut and straining, just trying to make something pop out. And then this is kind of a more refined version of that I worked on. And let me just turn that off instead of actually deleting everything on it. And the idea here is that I kind of wanted to put this together, and I thought it would be really funny. So so that's the kind of idea that I want to put together here, and I thought I would work on that during the stream and just kind of have my 4 areas here. And then, of course, we've got to grab each individual bit and fit it into that space. So now at this point we'd want to, is that the right space? There we go. That's the one. So I'm going to move that over there. And this is kind of the area that we're looking at. And then we want to select that and move it over here and kind of have that in the second part. And I think I want her kind of turned more to the side. And then the third bit is here. Ooh, that's difficult to get. Can you add to the selection by doing this? You can, okay. Okay, and then we move that over, get that into the right place. And finally we have this bit here, which should come over to the side somewhat, so you can get a little more detail in there. So there's a kind of idea, and she would be wearing kind of some black satin modesty shorts here. So all you'd see, I want to have her arms coming up. Oh, I want to have her hands coming up, and right here, right in this area, I want them sort of coming up over top of the chest area. So she's holding this up, but any immodesty would be prevented by her hands kind of being there and kind of being in the way, because she's just like holding the shirt up and looking down, but there's nothing to see there. And I don't want it to be lewd at all. It's just kind of silly, and I think it'd be cute. So the major thing that we need to be aware of here is that we want this to be cute and not lewd, obviously. But right here is kind of, we'd have the arms down, and like here's the sleeves that she's kind of lifting up and looking down at how she doesn't have anything. I find this concept terribly, terribly amusing. Why? Oh, okay. Wow. These are 2 entirely different horizontal flip methods. One of them is just the view. Okay. That's why I have 2 separate buttons for that. That's kind of horrifying. Okay. I will never be able to keep that straight. I should unmap one of those. But the idea here, and what I want to kind of concentrate on, what I want to try to put the work into, is roughing out kind of the sketch and doing it in a more refined sense. I don't really produce finished work very often, and I need to change that. I need to start producing things that actually resemble finished work. So what I'm going to need here is I'm going to need to check some reference on Gura. I don't need a whole lot of reference on Gura. I kind of know how everything is structured. It's like here's the basic structure of her outfit right here. Let me turn off these two layers. Move that up there. But these are the two layers. Let me create a folder and insert those, and then we'll turn off that folder. But kind of the raw structure of Gura's. I'm going to put these two rough ideas. I'm going to put in their own layer, in their own folder too. Rough sketch. Construction. Okay. So, yeah. We can turn those on and we can turn that off. And, okay. So, down here on this particular layer right here, Gura has this kind of hoodie thing that goes on, and there's a white border with a blue hood, and right here there is a buttoning strap that goes around. It's kind of, and these, I'm not doing those right. Little fins on the side. And then here in the middle, you've got the typical Gura face. With the sharp top teeth and no bottom teeth. And then the actual outfit is just kind of long and shapeless, and has this kind of split at the bottom, and she's got these long sleeves that almost cover her hands. There's a bit of the hand sticking out, but mostly it covers up the whole hand. So the thing is that as we're drawing Gura, and then there's this sort of shark mouth thing that goes on over here, and there are two pockets that sit over here, and there's some detail that I'll need to look into around that, but fundamentally this is the basic look of Gura's outfit, and I've got a pretty solid handle on that. And her hair is kind of flat bangs, flat bangs, flat bangs. There's a blue bit there, and a blue bit there, and a blue bit there, and then over here it comes down around the sides, and that's how her hair's structured. Is just kind of, she's got all three bits here are kind of squared off, and there's a little fringing, but not a whole lot. And the hair's white, and there's a little bit of blue in there. And that's all that really needs to be worried about on that. Then we do have kind of an aqua blue thing that's going on in here, but that's too dark. That's not dark enough. More like that. No, the hue needs to be right around here, maybe. Yeah, a little bit darker. That looks about right. Maybe a little more aqua. That's about right. And then in there, it's just red. Over here is white, of course, for the teeth and for the fringe. for the trim around here. Also there. This bit right here is white. And that's the same color in there. And there are eyes, and I think the eyes are kind of yellow. So there's kind of an eye over here and an eye over here, as I recall. I think they're yellow. I'm going to have to check. But mostly this area is the same blue. And for the hair's white, but it has these little aqua blue highlights. Like that. And this is all just kind of a rough idea. That's not deep blue enough. More like that, yeah. And I've spoken extensively about Gura's eyes. Now, the skin tone, what's the skin tone? Skin tone is less saturated than that. It's more pink. It's about like that, and well, that's good. So that's the kind of color that we're looking for on that, and she also gets kind of blushy. So there's some pink blush, no, not like that. There's some pink blushy. That's not quite right either. Less saturated, maybe. Oh, it's gotta be deeper than that. Not that deep. Ooh. How about that? That? Oh, that's too, that's almost right. Let's saturate a little more and get it kind of lighter. Bit more there. That's about right. That's about the blush color we want. I'm just kind of doing some spots. Just to kind of keep the general idea of what we're looking at here. Okay. Well, that's sort of the palette that we're looking at. And I need to start thinking about the precise sort of the anatomy and the posing is an important bit. So let me first of all duplicate that layer. Then we'll take this one and delete everything on it. And we'll do that again. Color copy and vector line copy. We'll delete everything on the color copy. Now the two copies here, we will create a folder and insert the layer. Rough palette. And we'll pull that up there. There we go, we got that. And now we'll come up here and we'll start worrying about the actual construction again. So here what we want to do is we want to get a little bit more. Let me duplicate my vector line copy. Dropped my pen. Okay, so if we're going to work with rough line art here, let me take the vector sketch and I'm going to turn the opacity down on it. And first of all, I want the height to be about the same across all of them. So I want the top of the head to be in about the same place, and I want to start thinking about where the anatomy is, because here we're going to have Gura's shoulders, and her arms are going to be back behind her back, and she's going to be kind of pulling on her shirt. And it's going to be a kind of happy expression. And then she's going to kind of notice, she's going to look down. And I think here, I think we also need to do something here. She needs to be, I think she needs to be, I think here she needs to be turned a little bit to the side. So we can see what the issue is. So it's kind of, here she is being all cute. And she's got her hands behind her back. Kind of pull the fabric tight around here. You're just trying to pull that tight. And that's kind of creating this situation here. And she's got her hand going around there, and she's looking happy at this point. And that's a terrible expression, but she's got a big smile on her face here, and then she kind of looks down and kind of gets a pouty expression on her face. Because here's where she kind of puts her arms in front of her and she's pulling in, and it's not doing much of anything. And got to figure out how to and then here she's kind of leaning back and stretching. She's got her hands down. Pulling on the edge of her shirt here. And she's kind of looking up and doing this squinchy eye thing. kind of an angry grrr kind of thing. And then in the last one, she's just like looking, and then in the last one, she's just like looking down and. This last one, she's looking down and there's just like nothing there. So she's got all of this kind of crumpled up and lifted and then down here you've just got these modesty shorts she's wearing. Now I'm not sure what to do about her hips because she wears kind of this shapeless baggy outfit all the time. So I'm not sure whether to give her narrow boyish hips or just kind of or give her a little bit of a womanly bump out, like an actual hourglass figure. So she's got a figure, but it's just kind of hidden underneath of there. I'm not sure what to do with that because I'm not sure what works better for the joke, to be honest. I'm just not. It's not about trying to make it look like what she actually looks like as much as it's like trying to make the joke funny. The joke needs to be funny. So like right here, this area here, this needs to be like bare all the way down. So this is kind of up here. This is all like bagged up and crumpled and it's just kind of that sort of look. So that's sort of the thing that I want going on there. And I think this would be terribly cute if I could actually get it done right. If I could actually get this done properly, then it would be very, very cute. It would be really adorable. And really what I need to do in order to get this done properly, I have to fix the bad construction early on before a lot of stuff is done. So basically, I need to get the construction in place and have kind of a clear picture of where everything is. And then just kind of gradually fix every little bit and piece and shuffle everything around. And I'm not good at that. I tend to do kind of a half-arsed job of it and go, well, that's good enough. And that's not going to work here. I need to concentrate on actually getting this to look right. And then here we're going to have like we're going to have her shark mouth thing there, and we're going to have these pockets. Same here. We're going to have kind of everything wrinkling in here. And here, as she's pulling this down, it's just like, it's just straight stretched. and it's not popping anything out. And then she just kind of lifts it up and looks, and there's nothing there. And I gotta think about how everything looks here and how the hair is gonna move, because here the hair is gonna kind of fall down across her face, and we're gonna have sort of this hoodie sitting across that. This is really not my strong suit. And this one is going to look more or less like she always looks. And it's kind of large and shapeless and conceals everything. So, and it's really critical to get the face looking right. And here, the little strap, we'd have kind of the chin would be pulling up on the strap. You'd be able to see a little bit of the neck above it and a little bit of the neck below it because of how the strap's attached. I think this will be really cool if I can actually manage to make it look halfway decent. I'm not sure if I will be able to make it look halfway decent. I'm not good at producing finished pieces. But yeah, this is where I want to go with this, and I need to refine this idea. In order to refine it, let me duplicate this layer. I'm going to turn off rough line art 1. I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to work on rough line art 2. So what I want to do here is kind of think in terms of we've got these big baggy sleeves, and I think those need to be baggier than this. So kind of this sort of thing. maybe a little frown, just like a little barely visible frown there. These would compress the in perspective. The eyes, because they're looking downward, they would compress. And you just have this little kind of little sad sort of face. And maybe push it over to the side a little bit. Maybe instead of having it there, maybe a little over here. Not too sad though. Don't want her to be too sad though. Just a little sad. Like, what the hell is going on here? I'm very good at drawing faces in deep perspective. I think most of us aren't. There's got to be a lot of forehead, only a little bit of eye. There's the hair. So there should be a whole lot of hair, and the hair on the side should kind of hang down. I did a much better job on the perspective up here than I did down here. Pull that off of there. I need that little bit. And the eyes are about here. There's the nose, and then somewhere, oh no, it doesn't really look right. I think that's a better look there. Okay, so I have kind of the idea here, but I think part of the problem is I'm not doing a very good neck. Neck needs to be more pronounced, more present. Although this is the hoodie that has her just kind of swimming in it. And here on this one, we really kind of want her sort of pulling back and trying to press that out and just go. So that would pull down on the fabric, but it'll be a thick fabric. It's not like a t-shirt fabric. It's a very kind of thick, voluminous fabric that would have large, soft folds. So this first bit here, now what are we going to do with her legs here? The legs are going to come out the bottom of this, but and then of course when she pulls up her shirt, she's got these modesty shorts on. Like in this one, she's trying to be all sexy. She's got like her little pose thing going on. Like, look at me. And then in this one, she's just kind of standing straight, going, "What the hell is going wrong here? This isn't working at all." And then here, she's completely given up trying to look sexy, and she's just like straining and trying to make something happen. Oh, we've got to have her tail. We must have her tail. That's important. There's, and the tail should be getting like less and less perky and alert as the situation worsens. So it's like here the tail would just kind of be curved off to the side, and we'd have the bits of tail. And then here the tail would be kind of lowered, and then here the tail is just kind of hanging down. And so you just kind of use the tail to indicate a mood as kind of a nonverbal communication. Here it's up and perky, and there it's kind of swished off to the side. And so it'd just be kind of this mild depression kind of thing going on. I need to give a closer look at some reference. So let me kick over here into pictures and pull that out. And come over here, and we're going to come into the reference folder, and we're going to paste. And we've got, I got to remember that collar too. There's a collar, and there's the gray shirt behind it. Okay, that's one piece of, yeah, apply the transformation. Turn that off and we'll get let's get another more let's get a more accurate rendition. Reference sheet. We have got a full reference sheet here, yes. Okay, so here again, we'll push that in, transform, pull that out. This gives us a better understanding of what we're looking at here. So there's that, and that looks to be a official reference. Pull this reference up to the top so I can kind of look at it there. Okay. They're great, and they're little gills. So, yeah. Oh, I got teeth on the shark hood too. There's a fin on the back. There's a double fin on the back, and 3 little white stripes. And there's a gradient down toward the bottom. I'm not going to make any meaningful progress in the next 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and save this in the current location. No. And then we're going to do a save as, and we're going to save a PNG to go up on Instagram, because that's what I do now, is put shit on Instagram because I'm stupid and think people want to see my shit on Instagram. Oh, I saved the PNG in here, didn't I? curtaingold.png. Okay. Should be like down at the end. No, I did save it up in pictures, didn't I? There it is. Yes, original size. Why do you keep trying to make it original? Next. Initial rough line art for the curtain call challenge with Gawr. Nowhere near done, but some basic layout. Some basic layout in place. I'm going to go ahead and whack share. Yes, my post has been shared. It shouldn't have been, but it was. That's the story of my entire life. That's what my channel's for. Stuff that shouldn't have been done, but was. I wasn't supposed to do this, but I did it anyway. Because fuck you. Okay, yeah. Anyway, if you are watching on YouTube, which you definitely are, because literally nobody is here. But if you are watching on YouTube, which again you definitely are, then do the little YouTube dance, like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of shit, and I'll be doing another one of these next week. Okay, bye.